Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Manor Lords, where we are currently lording over manors, I assume. I think that's what's happening here. We've got these three burgages ready to go, and we can definitely put in some backyard stuff for them. So I'm thinking we've got one of each, right? So we can do a vegetable garden. We can do a... Oh, wait, you're upgrading. Right. We now have access to upgrading. I don't know that we actually want... Well... It's going to be a lot of logs. How much logs do we actually have available? A fair amount. We should upgrade all of these. That's going to take some time. What I want to do right now, though, is I want to cancel this construction, which I don't think we can do. So we want to put in the goat shed here for now. I don't think we can cancel this construction. I hit the wrong button there, but for now, that's fine. I would like to upgrade these guys to level 2, although they're lacking the clothing stall supply over here. This one isn't. So I guess we can get that upgrading. It must have to do with the amount of clothing in the clothing stall. There must not be enough yarn there to upgrade all of them yet. That's fine. We're going to continue to work on this. We've only got the 2 sheep right now. That certainly needs to be worked on. So we might want to import additional sheep. Additionally, what we really need more than anything right now is more families. So that is definitely what we're working on here. Now, out over this way, we definitely have a little bit of an awkward situation with this road here. But like I said, I'm going for a unplanned, organic type look here, because that's what this sort of village ends up being pretty regularly in reality. So that's fine. We can certainly think about building additional burgages down here, but I think now is not the time to do that. But it would definitely be an interesting thing to do, right? We could certainly bring it back to, like, here. That would be a pretty big backyard for all of these, but that's fine. So we're losing requirement because a burgage plot is causing a loss of approval. Check the building panel for details. No one uses this burgage. Okay, that's strange. Whatever. We're working on our goat shed here, and that looks good. We're also going to work on this burgage. So construction priority here is on medium. It's going to take a lot of logs to get these upgraded. No doubt about that. Yeah. So we definitely need to get a lot of logs going. Our saw pit is disabled right now. That is good. We've got both of our oxen working away. That is also good. Can we get rid of this? Apparently not. Okay. Well, Iconau is being claimed. We know that. We could resolve the claim on the battlefield. We don't really have any capability of doing that right now. We need more spear militia, so that's fine. How are we doing on our importation of weapons at this point? Well, we don't currently have any. There's no import price. I'm wondering if that means that no one is selling it. That might well be what that means. And if that's the case, well, we're going to have to do something about that. We're going to need to, like, get a mining pit going on somewhere over here. That would definitely be a thing. This isn't a rich iron deposit, but that's fine. We have a new family moving in. That's good. They're going to be working on construction for the moment. And I think they absolutely should be working on construction. That is the right thing for them right now. So these fields are currently going to be fallow. Okay. And this one down over here as well. We're going to leave them fallow. I'm going to unpause them, and we might end up working on plowing them, but we're going to leave them fallow for sure. So yeah, this field was planted a little bit late, but I want to be able to plant down here and not up here if necessary. So that'll be fine for the moment. We're definitely going to want to get our burgages upgraded to level 2 as across the board as we can. For now, we're only working on the 2 of them, and we need to transport a bunch of goods around. So that'll definitely take a little while. Where are you going, actually? Not entirely sure where this is going, but whatever. We do have this hitching post up here that we don't have anything for, and we can't get rid of. It's mildly awkward for sure. But our primary focus right now is on increasing our number of families so that we have enough people in our spear militia, in theory, to be able to repel this raider attack that's allegedly coming in 300 days. We'll see how that ends up working out. That'll be very interesting indeed. But I suspect we're going to want more militia. We don't have enough material in the form of spears and shields. And we may want to consider, when we upgrade, instead of grabbing sheep breeding, basic armor making. But that doesn't actually give us spears and shields, does it? It doesn't. That's just armor. We need the raw resources first. So that might end up being a bloomery. I'm still not entirely clear on what tools are used for in this game. So there is that. We have apparently used some. We're down to 2 tools. So that's certainly noted. Well, that should be interesting. We have no one assigned to our farmhouse right now, although I'm wondering about the status of this. Okay, we've moved 1 log over to this burgage. That's fine. And we can just continue to work on upgrading all of these. So these generate 1 regional wealth per family per month, and it unlocks new extensions, but the residential requirements will increase. Before we go too much further on this upgrading path, I want to know what requirements they're going to have. So that's going to be important information, and that's one of the reasons why I'm only upgrading this one, and this one that I accidentally upgraded. We can put this on very low construction priority, and that'll be fine. But we'll get this guy upgraded, and we'll figure out what that means. I would like to get a passive source of sheep. That would be a very, very good thing. No doubt about that. But we can get an additional 2 families. So we have... What's our population growth right now? Low population growth due to neutral approval. Okay, but there is a level 2 family here. Presumably it's the family in this burgage, which is not actually finished its construction yet. I would have thought that that would have waited until that burgage was completed to level them up. That's interesting. That's very interesting. That seems like something that is potentially exploitable. Not that I'm really going to go out of my way to do that. I prefer not to do that, if possible. So we're cutting down trees out over here right now, and I would not really like to cut too much into this forest. So I would kind of like to tell the logging camp that their work area is going to be somewhere around here. So that includes a little bit out over here, which is fine for the moment. I don't want to cut too much into this forest.
Don't forget to brace the frame of the door.
So that seems fine for now. How long on this burgage being completed? It's going to be a while. Well, it's currently May, and we can see that we are 59% grown on our field here. So yeah, we're definitely going to have crazy amounts of wheat after this. Good thing we've got this windmill ready to go. But these fields, they're going to be fallow for now. We may want to consider assigning one of these families over to the farmhouse. I'm not sure if they're going to plow. Do they plow a fallow field? Looks like the answer to that is no. Yeah, okay. So they don't plow a fallow field. That's good to know. So we're leaving these fallow this year, and then we're going to plant these next year, and we'll probably leave these fields fallow, and we'll just swap between the two. If necessary, we can get a third section of field going, but for now, this should do. So that's the overall plan there. We're going to eventually go after this iron deposit, although it is a temporary resource, right? We do have a rich deposit of stone here, but as far as I'm aware, that's not really going to do too much for us in, like, regeneration or anything. So that's not going to be a permanent source of stone. For the time being, I feel like we have plenty of stone, and we really don't need more. So that's all okay. Getting access to clay and iron would be pretty good. No doubt about that. And we could start to build a manor for ourselves. After building your very first manor, the starting retinue will join you in your palace for free. But we do need to be a small village for that. We are a small village. Why is this saying it's locked? That's certainly interesting. We could put our manor up over here, over by, like, the church. It's probably going to need to be in a spot where it can be expanded, right? Where it can get bigger. So maybe out, like, up over here. It might be able to get bigger there. So something like this. So, welcome to the Castle Planner. This is a work-in-progress feature. Here you can edit the layout of your castle and plan the construction of new wings and towers. When you press commit, the old layout will disappear and the new one will be constructed. For now, the cost is fixed. Okay. Well, we can place roads and walls. I see. So we can have the road come up something like this. I kind of want to move this back a little bit, though, to about here. And then this road should come up over this way. But actually, let's just commit that for now. Okay, so that's back over here, and we'll be able to presumably rework on that. Presumably. Now, we don't actually have anything in it, because I wanted to change its position, and it appears that it has to get built now. We can demolish it, though. Okay. So that's fine. Then I'm going to put it back over here like this. And we'll just have a little bit of extra space there. Okay. And then the road will come through like that. We can have walls and gates. I see. Uh-huh. Yeah, I see how this is working. So this is like a Bezier curve. Okay. With, like, some sort of auto-smooth on it. Sure, it's a little janky, but something along the lines of that will do for now. We can do outer towers. These provide garrison space. Wait a second. Those walls didn't actually go. That's interesting. Oh, you can adjust the curvature with control and the mouse wheel. Okay. Okay, yeah, I see how that works. I was reasonably happy with the curvature by default. Reasonably happy. But we can definitely do something kind of like that. That's a little too much curvature, I feel like. Okay, so we'll just have it be something kind of like this, right? And this is going to take a fair amount of time to construct. No doubt about that. So we build it like that. Now, presumably, we can build the outer tower. Yes. So the outer towers can go, like, here. Would we want it connected to the road like this? Oh, it goes onto the wall. I see. Limited by 1 per region. So the garrison tower could be connected right up over here, like that. But we can only have 1 per region. So that's fine. Then we can do a tax office. It is cosmetic only for now. But a tax office does seem like a good thing to put in. So we could have that go somewhere around here. And then we could have the road come in. Oh, that's a wall. What? Okay. How do I go back into the construction of this? Hang on. I don't know what happened with this wall here. That's a little odd. I don't actually want that. So how do we do this? Do we have to completely demolish it and redo it from scratch? Maybe. The wall appears to still be there. That's exciting. Okay. I want the manor to be right out over here, right? Like that. So, we know how to do the walls and gates now. That can go in something like this, and we can just have this be fairly circular, as before. Not putting too much effort into it. We know pretty much what we're looking to do at this point. So we build that and commit that. Then we have a garrison tower that's going to go right up over here like it was before. Then we can put in an outer tower in theory. This provides 10 garrison space. Okay. So we can put that here. And also here. And then we could put, like, one up over here. That's too steep to build. Okay. And then one, like, up over here. And then maybe, like, one in the back, if we can fit it. One there, and maybe, like, one here. That seems reasonable. And that also expands our build area. Yes, this is going to be very expensive. I'm aware of that. And then we can have a tax office that's out over here. And then a road. Okay, this is bugged again. We can't commit this, though, because we don't have the resources. But we can pretty much know what we want to get done there. Okay, let's demolish that. And then I'm still not entirely sure what's going on with this. Seems interesting. I want to get rid of this road. And then I want to connect in the road like that. Okay. So now we know that we're going to need a large amount of lumber to get that going. Let's put another unit in the log, or rather another family in the logging camp. And once we complete our current constructions, which this is a level 2 here, tavern supply. Okay, that's noted. They also want to hire church level. For that, we would need a little bit of clay. Absolutely noted. Now, I'm wondering if this would go away on a reload. I'm going to make a save here, and I'm just going to overwrite this save. And now I'm going to load the save that I just made. And let's see if that wall is still there. I think it's a visual bug, so I'm pretty sure that this should fix it, or a full game restart would fix it. Okay, it did not fix it there. I'm going to try a full game restart. I will be back in just a moment. Okay, so a full game restart, if I have the game selected, there we go, did not, in fact, get this to go away. So, I'm not sure what we've got going on there. That's going to be interesting. To be clear, I haven't actually done all that much at this point, so we might actually want to just reload this save at the beginning of the episode and just do what we did previously and speed through it to get caught back up, just to make that visual wall go away. So that's fine. We can definitely load in this save. And what did we do? Well, we came over here. We got a vegetable garden here. We came in here, we accidentally hit the upgrade to level 2 button. Then we came in here, and we hit the goat shed button. Then we came down here, and we upgraded this to level 2. We moved this down to lowest construction priority. And then we just kind of ran the game. So there we go. That'll be fine. Yes, Eikenau is being claimed. That is understood. And we'll just go here until the Burgage plot level 2 has finished. Now, a new family is moving in. As expected. That all looks fine. So we're just going to get this done. I do want to put another family on the logging camp. Oh, we changed the work area on the logging camp too. That's correct. So we should be down like here or so. Okay. There we go. That'll do. And we're just not going to build that manor for a while, I think. We also may want to move where we're going to build the manor. Maybe up over here would be slightly better. I don't know. That would control entry from this direction, for sure. Yeah, we'll think about where we want to put the manor. There's a lot more empty space up over here, too. So maybe, like, having it here or something would be reasonable. Over here, I feel like we'd be a little bit cramped. So there is that. Now, this burgage is officially level 2, and this one is under construction. So I think at this point, we're caught up to where we were. We changed these to be fallow as well, and we unpaused them. Okay, so something along the lines of that. Now I think we're back to where we were. Fantastic. So that'll be fine for now. We are felling trees out over this way, and our settlement level has increased because we have a second burgage plot at this point. Now, we had discussed maybe going here. There's a lot of areas we could go. I want sheep breeding. I want to be able to breed our sheep. I think that's an important thing to be able to do. So these sheep over here should slowly multiply. And how many sheep do we want to maintain? Well, let's set this to no trade for right now. No trade there, and do we have anyone working in the livestock trading post? No, we don't. Okay, that's fine. We don't need anyone working in the livestock trading post for now. So, we did learn how the manor system works, for sure, and I do think that I want to put that somewhere other than here, having learned that. So that's fine. We're going to have to build up quite a large amount of logs, and we're going to have to build up some amount of planks as well. So I'm going to unpause the saw pit, and we'll have one family working on that and 3 working on the logging camp. Now, they're going to deforest this area pretty heavily. And the forester's hut, I would like to change their work area here to be basically the same thing. And they're going to be planting, like, this area. Okay, so that'll be fine. We just want them to all be, planting down here so that we have a constant source of trees in this area. We just don't want to deforest this too heavily. So that'll be fine for now. Excellent. And we're going to have quite a lot of wheat when the harvest comes. No doubt about that. So we'll want to grind that wheat up into flour pretty quickly. The question is, how do we get it out of the farmhouse? We didn't determine that previously before it got stolen by the bandits. They were, of course, very rude. Very, very rude indeed. So it says they slowly multiply. How slowly are we talking? Well, we just sheared one of them. Are you? Yeah, you're the weaver. You're going to get that right now? Perfect. So the weaver goes to get the wool, and then we'll weave that into yarn. We obviously need more than 2 sheep, right? 100% we need more than 2 sheep. But they will, in theory, start to multiply. Assuming it's working. Assuming it's working. And I'm sure as we get more sheep, they'll multiply faster, right? That's usually the way that sort of thing works. But we definitely want to stock up some logs and some timber here, or rather some planks. Some timber and some planks is the terminology. So that'll be fine. We've got 125 gold right now. This burgage we never constructed a backyard extension for. We could do a tailor's workshop here. Or a blacksmith's workshop. That would enable production of tools, spears, and sidearms. Converts all inhabitants to artisans, locking them from being assigned to other jobs. Okay. I kind of want that. Yeah, so that should be reasonably fine. We should assign this, I think, to be a blacksmith workshop, although how do we create shields? Joiner's workshop. Okay, so we would need a blacksmith's workshop, a joiner's workshop. A cobbler's workshop produces shoes. Do we need shoes for our army? No, we don't. We would need access to gambesons if we wanted to have something decent there. Helmets is not something that we're really ready to do. I'm assuming that the blacksmith's workshop is going to need the iron bars that are created from, where's our industry? That are created from the bloomery. But they also craft tools, so we don't really need a smithy. But a bloomery does seem fairly necessary, which would mean a mining pit. For right now, let's go for a tailor's workshop to be able to make gambesons. I think. Or potentially a joiner's workshop for shields. Let's go for the joiner's workshop for now. Okay, so that'll be fine. We are going to want to upgrade more of these burgages. So I'm wondering, yeah, burgage plot level too low for these, but I'm guessing we're going to be able to do that. Requirements not met. Yeah, we're lacking clothing stall supply. That's fine. So we're going to put in a joiner's workshop here. So this is interesting, right? Because this means that we're going to, I think, want to keep a mix of level 1 and level 2 burgages. So level 1 burgages will provide us with things like eggs and hides and vegetables. Whereas level 2 burgages are really more of, like, intended to be artisans. Is there another upgrade level? Not that I see. Okay, and we can also do a production focus on small or large shields. What do we need? Looks like large shields. So we'll move that over. That'll be fine. The question then becomes, I'm assuming the smithy needs access to iron, and probably not iron ore. I'm guessing it needs iron bars. So that probably means that we're going to need a mining pit over this iron deposit. And we're also probably going to end up needing a bloomery. Which, the bloomery could, in theory, go, like, somewhere up over here, or something like that. Over near the iron pit, probably. Which would be fine. And we should probably consider getting these additional burgages down here that I had previously talked about doing. So that would be 5 burgages with reasonable-ish backyards. Do it. Okay, so that'll be fine, but it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to work on getting all of this done, getting additional families, and probably getting our weapons production online, now that we've figured out how that works. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Tommy Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.